Hi guys, let's look at this simple question that we have here. We're told to solve the simultaneous equations below. So we have 4x plus 2y is equal to 14, 3x minus 5y is equal to minus 22. So simultaneous equations are two or more equations that are to be solved together. Okay, they usually contain more than one unknowns. So here we have the variables as x and y. So solving these equations means finding the values of x and y that make these two equations equal on the left side and on the right side. This means that when you solve the value of x and y, the left side of this equation will be equal to the right side of this equation. Also, the left side of this equation will be equal to the right side of this equation. So let's call this equation here equation 1, and let's call this one equation 2. Okay, so there are different ways of solving simultaneous equations, but we are going to use the substitution method in this particular question. So let's go ahead to solve it. Solution. In solving using substitution method, we are going to pick one of the two equations and you're going to make one of the variables the subject of the formula. So let's pick equation 1. Equation 1 is 4x plus 2y is equal to 14. So I want us to make y the subject of the formula. Making y the subject of the formula means y is going to be found alone on the left, while every other value is going to be pushed to the right. Okay, you can decide to make x the subject of the formula. So if we want to make y the subject of the formula, the first values we are going to push to the right is 4x. How do we do that? We are going to simply move 4x to the right, but the invisible positive sign is going to change to negative. So this is going to be 2y is equal to 14. There's an invisible plus sign here, which is going to change to minus 4x. Okay, so we've done the first step. The next step is to eliminate 2 because we want y to be alone on the left. So in order to eliminate 2, we are going to divide both sides by 2. So divided by 2, divided by 2. 2 is going to cancel out 2. We have y is equal to 14 divided by 2 is going to give us 7 minus 4x divided by 2 is going to give us 2x. So now we have y is equal to 7 minus 2x. Let's call this equation 3. Okay, so we have made y the subject of the formula in equation 1. The next thing we're going to do is we are going to substitute the value of y in equation 3 into equation 2. Remember, we started with equation 1, therefore we are going to substitute into equation 2. If we started with equation 2, we would have substituted into equation 1. Substitution means wherever I see y in equation 2, I'm going to remove the y and put 7 minus 2x. So let's do that. So substitute y in equation 3 into equation 2. Okay, so we are going to have 3x minus 5. So instead of having y, we are going to have 7 minus 2x is equal to minus 22. So 3x minus 5 multiplied by 7 is going to give us minus 35. Minus multiplied by minus is going to give us plus. 5 multiplied by 2x is going to give us 10x. Is equal to minus 22. Okay, let's bring like terms together. 3x plus 10x is going to give us 13x minus 35 is equal to minus 22. So we're going to move minus 35 to the right. The minus sign is going to change to plus sign. So this will be 13x is equal to minus 22 plus 35. Minus 22 plus 35 is going to give us 13. Therefore, 13x is equal to 13. In order to find the value of x, we need to eliminate 13 here. And to do that, we need to divide both sides by 13. So divided by 13, divided by 13. 13 is going to cancel out 13. We have x is equal to 13 divided by 13 is going to give us 1. This means the value of x is equal to 1. So now we found the value of x to be equal to 1. To get the value of y, we simply substitute x equal to 1 into equation 1 or equation 2 or equation 3. But substituting it into equation 3 will be simpler for us because y is already on the left. So all we need to do is remove x and put 1 in its place. So this will be y is equal to 7 minus 2 into 1. 2 multiplied by 1 is going to give us 2. So y is equal to 7 minus 2. And 7 minus 2 is going to give us 5. This means that the value of y is equal to 5. So our final answer is x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 5. Very simple. But how do we know we have the correct answer? In order to know that our answer is correct, all we need to do is go back to these two equations. Wherever we see x, we put 1, and wherever we see y, we put 5. So let's see. X is equal to 1. So 4 multiplied by 1 will give us 4. So we have 4 plus y is equal to 5. 2 multiplied by 5 is going to give us 10. So this is equal to 14. And we have 14 on the right. That means for equation 1, our answer is correct. Let's look at equation 2. X is equal to 1. So we have 3 multiplied by 1 gives us 3 minus y is equal to 5. 5 multiplied by 5 gives us 25. So we have 25. So 3 minus 25 is going to give us minus 24, minus 22. This means our answer is also correct on the second equation. So this proves that our answer x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 5 is correct. Very simple. Thanks for watching the video. See you in the next one. Bye.